I welcome you all for today's session on Introduction to Data Structures. Many students were asking me to do series of lectures on data structures, because I know most of the students in engineering colleges, they feel often very difficult in implementing the data structures. So keeping that in view, I am going to do a series of lectures on data structures. In this class, we will see what is data structure, where data structures are used, how data structures are implemented, and how these data structures are related to programming languages. With that, guys, I will be concluding my today's session. Okay, guys, let us try to understand what is a data structure with respect to programming language. So if you are a non-technical person, if you don't know anything else about the data structure, you can define data structure as a concept. You can define data structure as a concept. Now this concept, when it is a concept, generally, if anything is a concept, that can be implemented in n number of ways. So these concepts or data structures, these concepts can be implemented using any programming language: C, C++, Java, Python, .NET. If you examine this, what you can understand is data structure is same, it is a concept, but what is differentiating here is the programming language is getting varied. So if this concept is implemented using C, we call it as data structures through C. This will be DS through C. If it is implemented using Python, we call it as DS through Python. So the student has to understand data structure, being it is a concept. Once you learn the concept of data structure, that's more enough. You can implement either this through C, C++, Java, Python or .NET. It means that if you are comfortable with any programming language, any one programming language, that's more enough. You can implement the data structures. Because in the computer science and engineering, most of the applications will be dealing with the data structures, because as it is a concept, if you know at least one programming language, that is more enough. You can enjoy the concept of data structures. But the prerequisite for this course of data structures is the student should have a basic knowledge about the concept of programming language. Okay, guys, let us try to understand the definition of data structures at the layman level. So data structure is having two words. One is data, another one is structure. What is data? You must know. In computers, we call everything as a data. Data could be a character, or a number, or a file, or audio, or video, programs, what not, a multimedia data. So the point is, everything is data in the computer. So you have to understand this data has to be managed properly, or must be organized properly in the computer. Why? Because in the near future, because you are storing the data in the computer, means in the near future you are going to access the data. Either data is in the form of numbers, characters, file, or it may be in the form of record, words, or strings. So whatever the data that exists in the computer will be in this form. Now this data has to be actually managed or organized properly, such that in the near future you will be accessing the data which is there in the computer, such that the operations that you can perform on data. What operations you can perform on data? Tell me, guys. One thing is you can search for data available. You can add one more file, you can add data. Other one is insert. Next one is you can delete files, or any file you can delete. So these are the major and most often frequently performed operations which we will do on the data that exists in the computer. Okay guys, now so if you don't organize the data in the computer in a well defined manner, then the performing the search, insert, delete operations will be very tough for you. Like let me tell you one example. You, for example, say there is a library. It is a library. Library is having thousands of books. 10,000, 1 lakh books, imagine. Now the library man or the librarian will manage these books. Will manage these books in a particular way. If any CST students comes and he will ask a C language book, the librarian could able to pick up the C language book out of the 10,000 or 1 lakh textbooks in a less than one minute. How it is possible? Because he has organizing the all the books in the library in a particular way. Because of that reason, he could able to pick up the book whenever it is needed. In the similar sense, the data within the computer, so it will be the use data will be there in in terms of gigabytes. So this data also should be organized properly such that the operations that can be performed in the near future on the data, like search, insert, delete, will be quite easy for the user. That is the reason why the data in the computer is going to be organized properly, or the data is going to be structured. The data is going to be structured, which is there in the computer, such that the major operations which can be performed in its lifetime could be quite easy for the user. These operations also called as dictionary operations. These are also called as dictionary operations. So any data structure is said to be a dictionary if it could support the search, insert and delete operations. So that is the actual the concept of data structures. Even if you don't have any basic knowledge about the programming, that's fine enough, because programming is different, data structures are different. A layman also can understand the concept of data structure. You need not know the programming. But once if you know the programming, you can implement the concepts of data structure in the real time. Okay guys, let us try to understand data structure in general way also. Try to understand the data structures in the general way, in the sense, now we have seen data is available in the computer, but try to understand data is available in the computer in the structured way. Everything that you are going to store in the computer, it has been organized. Data has been organized, because if you see the C drive will have folders, subfolders. Within the folders you will have files have their unique names. Means the data that you are going to put in the computer is already been structured or organized. So at the outer level, you can define data structure as a container that holds the data, or else you can define a data structure as a memory area. Memory area in the sense, in fact, if you know the any programming basics, you can understand. Say int x is an integer. So what does it mean? It is going to store the data, integer data. So simply, what is x? X is a name given to the memory location. It is also a data structure. Basically, integer itself is a data structure. So it is a memory area or container that holds the data, or it can be also defined as a data structure is a buffer. Data structure is a buffer. Buffer means, buffer is also temporary memory area used by the various devices. For example, say all the device controllers. All the device controllers in the computer, say keyboard will be using keyboard buffer. A printer will be using printer buffer. Printer will be using a printer buffer. So what does it means? So the moment when you enter the keys from the keyboard, these keys are being stored in the keyboard memory or keyboard buffer. It's a memory area where the keys are getting stored over there. Means how the keys are getting stored over there? the first entered key will be processed first. It means it follows the concept of data structure. So all the device controllers in the computers will have their own buffers. The buffers will have their own data structures. One or more than one data structures are being implemented in the buffers of device controllers. Basically it is a container or it is a memory area, it is a buffer. So where we are going to drop the data. The data is being organized in a place that becomes data structure. That's about the data structures, guys. I hope you understood, but this is the general way of understanding the data structures. Now let us see, try to understand the data structures in the technical way. Now try to define it in a technical way. So it can be defined as way of organizing the data in the computer memory such that the operations like inserting, deleting, searching data items in the memory becomes quite easy. So in fact it can be defined as organized data plus operations. See the old definition now. Data structure is a way of organizing the data in the computer memory such that the operations like insertion, deletion, searching data items in the memory becomes quite easy. We are going to store the data in the intelligent way such that whenever we want to access the data, then we can access the data in the less time. That's what the intention. I was telling you, librarian could able to give you the textbook for the student. The operations performed by the librarian in the library is issuing textbook to the student, receiving textbook from the student. These two operations will be done by the librarian quite easily because the data or the books inside the library are being arranged in an intelligent way. Otherwise it will be difficult for the librarian also. Am I right? So right. Now the definition is telling way of organizing the data. So you will be now, the after all data structures will be way of organizing the data. So throughout the data structures there are multiple ways in which you can store the data in the computer memory. So you will be studying throughout the course of data structures what are the different ways you can organize the data in the computer memory. Normally the different ways of organizing the data, we call them as different data structures used to each way of organization. Each way is equal to one data structure. Okay, that's what the technical way of defining the data structure. Mathematically you can say it is simply organized data plus operations. Now let us try to know the different types of data structures. Let us see different types of data structures. This will be very interesting question. Students will be asked this question in interviews also. There are two types of data structures. The ways are divided into two types. Linear data structures, let data structure will be taken as DS, and non-linear. Many students often gets confused while they differentiate the linear and non-linear data structures. You know, data structure is a memory where the elements will be getting stored. It is a buffer, it is a container. So simply how the elements are getting stored in the memory will differentiate what is linear and what is non-linear. So linear data structures means the elements have a linear relationship. Here the elements will have a non-linear relationship. Okay guys, what does it mean actually? So it means that if you store the elements in the computer memory, the elements are related physically or logically. Physically means the elements will be side by side. All the elements are adjacent to each other. If I know the address of one element in the memory, I could access the remaining all other elements. Whereas in the non-linear data structure, logically means, what is logically? Elements are not physically side by side, but the relationship between the elements will be maintained or managed using the concept of pointers. For example, if you see we are family members, you are staying in the family, all family members are staying at one home means physically they are side by side. You have got relations, you have got relatives somewhere else, but they are also logically connected to you. If you want to speak to them, you will call them through phone, but you could able to access them. In the similar sense, the elements in the linear data structures may not be in the side by side locations in the computer memory, but they may be sitting at the different parts of the memory, at different corners of the memory, but they are logically connected together. Whereas non-linear means they are not side by side, but the relationship is hierarchical. So the relationship is hierarchical.